What is going on, YouTube? My name is Bancroft. Thank you for tuning in. And like always, there's buttons, links down below. Feel free to click them there for a reason. But let's get into today's matchup. And today's matchup is Son Goku from set 24 taking on Son Gohan, which I think is set 14. It's 14 or 15, I can't remember, but it's Power of Duty. It's the one that benefits off the U7 engine with the specific cost of 2 Unison. And it draws a lot. So yeah, this is a little bit more of an aggro matchup against my Goku deck, compared to what we saw earlier this week when I dropped the SS4 Vegito from set 24 matchup. So for those who aren't familiar with the Gohan, it awakens as long as you have a Unison specific cost of 2 in play. And I've seen Steve plenty of times, if he goes second, he gets that awaken right off the bat. And there is so much drawing because you swing the leader, you combo, get the draws, you pay 2 energy using the energy token marker to play the Unison, you awaken, you swing to Unison, you get more draws off that. So me going second was very beneficial. And for him, a classic, playing the one-drop Gohan, gets a search, just helps him kind of get the draw engine going for his deck as well. And with the Son Goku leader, on swing, search out 5 cards for a Saiyan, Nekian, or Earthling. And it costs 4 less, adds your hand. And I went with the Krillin because the Krillin allows me to kind of thin the deck out a little bit by playing the Gohan afterwards. And Gohan also, vice versa, does the exact same thing, it just plays the Krillin. These cards could draw you a card as well, but I'd rather thin the deck out than draw a card, because that way I'm guaranteeing the draws I do make earlier or later in the game are more important. And that's pretty much it. Passing the turn here, and I typically use these cards on the turn 1 because they don't have block or anything like that for combo pieces to set up Z energy and whatnot, especially against a red deck. Even though these cards are like, I think, 4k battle power, having those cards there can come in handy, especially when like the Vegeta and Piccolo in this deck are 16k. These 2 cards make 20k, which makes it easier for me to kind of attack with certain cards once the red player gets to a point of using Explosive Dance. And here, we talked about earlier, the Unison, he does play the SS4 Gogeta, gets it on the board, which is so good, and he uses the effect to play another Gohan, get another search. Their auto is a limit 1, so pretty much it's just kind of, he has extra protection. He has, at least he has copies there, in case I would take care of one. He has another one just a backup, but they search, so it's always good that way. And getting the Z extra card out of the way on this turn helps him out for once he goes down to 4 or less life. Standard turn 2 for me, getting the Z Unison out on the board. Swing the leader first, get the auto, because the Awaken side, it's an activate battle to draw a card, which is great because it works both on you and your opponent's turn. So here I pull another Krillin. Once again, if I just want to play it, it kind of thins the deck out, which is kind of nice. It's what I want. And yeah, here goes the Awakening, going down to, I think I was already at 6 actually. And I hold off on the activate battle, if I recall correctly, for the additional Unison pressure. And here I'm kind of swinging into the Gohan, just going to clean it up. I do have access to Dormant now with the Unison, which will clean up them naturally. I just want to see how far he's willing to go to protect those cards. Here we play the Piccolo, which gives me another draw, which is kind of nice. And what's great about Piccolo also is that at the end of your turn, if you have a Z Unison in play, if I recall correctly, it gets to restand. And so giving it blocker kind of helps out because it's a stronger blocker than what Krillin would be. So here it's sitting at, I think, just 16k. Yeah, he combos out just to get out of it. And we just passed the turn here. I do have a blocker now on board. I do have the Krillin as a combo piece if I need it. And my Unison does have 2 markers on it, which doesn't really gain markers at all. And this freeze is very nice. So, as I was saying, the Unison doesn't really gain markers naturally. Now, it can gain markers if your opponent removes one of your blockers using a skill. So I was explaining to him, like, hey, yeah, if you hit the Piccolo, the Unison will go up a marker. So he opted out to just remove the Krillin and then deal with the blocker naturally, so he could take care of the Unison later on the road with less markers. And here he's just comboing up getting his draws, which is, you know, the main engine to this deck. And I decided I want to keep the Piccolo alive by both using a combo and also using the leader's ability to draw 1 card, give it a 5k boost. Now the question is, at this point, does he continue swinging attacks at the Piccolo? If he does, that's fine with me. It's less tax to my leader, even though I'd rather go down to 4 life at some point. And here we go, going for another swing into the Piccolo. If I recall correctly, yeah. And yeah, I'm just like, no, that's fine. You could take care of it. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. He still has 3 open energy, which is just good. Like this combination, this Unison, that Frieza is just really strong. It's free to play the 1-drop, the free swap into the 3-drop. You neg a card by 20 if I recall correctly. It's a double strike. It can be problematic. And he's playing this very well. This is one of the decks that Steve knows very well and was not expecting him to play this Goku so early, which will burn me alive off the bat. And if I recall correctly, this Goku does gain barrier on the turn it's played, and it's double strike. And he opts to make a Unison attack, which just cleans my Unison up right away. And now if I want to get those resources back, that pressure back that I feel comfortable with, I need to spend 2 more energy just to get to that point. Now, I will say going second in this particular matchup with the energy marker helps out a lot because technically on my turn 3, I do have 4 energy. So I could spend 2 energy there and then have the other energy for whatever I need it for. And right away, yeah, I'm going ahead and playing the Z-Unison. What makes the Z-Unison so good and why I felt like I need it in this moment, I could draw on Dormant. Dormant's a great card. It's free to play with this Unison. Piccolo, it's a 16k beater that gains blocker using the Unison. The Unison will draw me a card when I use that effect. So it felt right, and I still have the energy marker just in case I need it for any other reason. And I think right here, I'm trying to apply pressure to at least one of his double strikes because I don't want to risk getting hit by both of them. And yeah, him just using a negate blocker wasn't the best, but you know, he's doing what he feels best to keep everything alive, but also it turns exposed to dance on. So here I combo up. And really the point here also is that I know Gohan's a very drawly deck, but I'm also forcing him, like if he wants to keep certain cards alive, I'm forcing him to expend the resource he has in his hand to keep those cards alive. Now, him going to turn 4 with 4 open energy doesn't look good to me. And hopefully by this point, I've seen a Dormant or some other good floodgate. I think we can see the top card of my hand right now is an Awakening Rage, which will come in handy, but I do need to expend the engine marker if I want to use that card. So yeah, take the first attack, but then on the second attack, which double strike, I'm like, no. We're going to activate Awakening Rage now, which kind of taxes him. So now if he wants to make an attack, he has to Z-charge a card from here on out, which just helps me thin his hand out even more. So he does the +2 effect to play another Gohan, which allows him to kind of get another search off. And then he can kind of just use that card to replace him. You know, he's pretty much replacing the card off that effect. He's cycling, he's seeing more cards he needs to see. And now he's going to Z-charge a card that's not as important. Comboing a skillless off. Then he's activating 2 for Activate Battle to play the Unmatched by the Gods Son Goku card, which activate Battle for 2 red energy if your leader is Red Universe 7 Son Gohan Adolescence card, and you have 4 more energy, and you have a skillless battle card in your combo area, you can play this card. What makes this card so great is that it is a double strike dual attack, but it has a permanent. You and your opponent can't play battle cards with 25,000 power or more from their owner's hands. So it kind of, quote unquote, floodgates me from going into my boss monster next turn, which is the right call. Now, the question is, I think at this point, Steve's hand's down to like 6-ish cards, so maybe 6 or 7, and I have like a 5-6 card hand advantage on him. This card's only 30k, and the decision here is that he was debating either passing or making the attack, but then if he makes the attack, he has to get rid of more cards from his hand. And the question is, are the cards in his hand more valuable as a way of trying to survive future turns and going for the crackback, or making the attack and just thinning his hand down and hoping he can take me out? And ultimately, he does decide to pass and keep me under that permanent restriction. So I start off easy with a Vegeta play. This card is really good. It's 1 energy to play if your leader is Green Sun Goku and you have 2 or more energy. But when this card's played, you shoot to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So since that Goku did not have any form of barrier, I was able to kind of just like get rid of it. And now I'm free to play their cards. The problem was that I only have 3 open energy, so I can't go into my boss monster this turn. And maybe that wasn't the best decision at the start of that turn, primarily because this card, when this card's played, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards, gets minus 30,000 power for the turn, and then you place this card and you drop it in your opponent's turn. So it was going to wait anyways, and it might have been wiser to have sniped like the Z battle card, getting rid of that, and then playing into the Goku. So we learn as we go on. He does Yamcha my Goku as it comes into play, kind of reducing both the Vegeta and yada, and then just clearing Vegeta out using the negate, which is, yeah, good call. So here I end up passing with just 2 open energy. Oh no, sorry, I'm still going to attack. I don't know why I thought that was a pass. Kind of getting a little poke here with the leader. Get him down to 3 life. And I do think I do pass the 2 open energy though. Yeah. So going into this next turn, I don't have a blocker on board because I already used the effect to kind of on Vegeta. But I do have a dormant, which kind of helps me stay alive. I clear out his Gohan so we can't get the draws off one of those cards. Now this attack is still going through. I'm so glad he didn't attack with Double Strike first. Instead, he attacked with the Unison. The problem was that this Unison has a -4 ability, which he does end up proccing, giving it a 25k boost. Sorry, make it a Double Strike, I think a 10k boost. So we activate battle, we super combo. And I think I end up super comboing again. Yeah, just get out of his attack. And then, yeah, EDK. I'm just trying to snipe get rid of an important card from his hand. And yeah, ooh, that's a good hit. That's a Explosive Dance, which is very beneficial in this moment because the less he has, the better. And I think he's already procced. Actually, I don't know if he's procced one by this point, but that's at least 2 out of the way. Now he only has 1 more attack. I do still have 1 open energy. He's swinging the Double Strike here. And I think I don't negate this attack. Yeah. So he combos up a little bit. And I combo kind of get past it. And then I activate the Sun Gohan rares effect to make it remove 3 markers from his Unison, which allows him to play as a skillless, which is nice. He is sitting at 5 open energy, but he is now at this point out of options. Like, out of attacks. He can't attack anymore. So the question is, like, does he have another Unison to play as a follow-up to kind of keep that protection there, that pressure? Or does he end up just passing? He ends up paying 3 to play a Z battle card. It is the Ultra Instinct Son Goku. Yeah, I'm just kind of double checking it, seeing the purpose of it and whatnot. So we do end up passing, going to my turn, which now I'm sitting at 5 energy. And I feel a little bit more confident here. So we use Vegeta to kind of pop. No, we don't. No, we don't. I hang on to the Vegeta. So I asked him, like, oh, this isn't the play I want to do. I got ahead of myself, and he let me take it back. Want to hang on to that Vegeta for any cheeky negate or something that will establish a blocker in his turn. I just want to make sure I don't walk into something that could hurt me. So here we play the 8-drop ground shaking Son Goku, which just wipes your opponent's board. It has Triple Strike Revenge, and if it's removed by opponent's skill, they have to discard 3 cards from their hand. This card's phenomenal. And then it also plays the You Fool card, which allows me to pretty much make 8-drop a skillless. And I did bait the Explosive Dance using the 4-drop Goku because I just wanted to not miss out on this Triple Strike attack. And here he did the counter negate, the blocker negate, and then I fought with Vegeta to kind of just pop it, get rid of it. The problem now is that because he negated, I need to make sure I get another attack in just to restand the 8-drop again, because it is an activate battle effect on the U-Full. And I managed to get the attack out, get the restand, use activate battle on the Goku to restand him as well. And here I combo up to 45. Use the leader effect. Sorry, I'm attacking with the Unison, which is only 25, making it, I think, 30 now. And here he's double checking the Z energy to see if I can make another attack. And I'm like, yes, I can still make another attack after this attack's over with the 8-drop. He does combo out of the Unison attack. I swing with the 8-drop, and I pretty much just combo the world. And he still has one open energy, and he still has the ZX card on board, which the ZX card will give him a plus 15k, which I remembered. What I forgot was that the ZX card also negs a card by 25. So here he's kind of like figuring out his options. He only has like 3 cards in hand, and one of them is his secret rare. And when he's weighing it out, I think I'm sitting at so normally it's 35, and I think I combo 25 more on top of that, making it a 50k. So he ends up paying the 1 here, removing the cards. Jimmy reminds him you do get to choose to neg a card. He's like, oh yeah, and that's like, oh yeah, it does neg. Okay, cool. And he gets out of that attack successfully. And now I'm tapped out. I do have a Unison on board. I have 4 life. I do have potentially a one-time get out of an attack using the U-Full. And so he goes plays the secret rare. He's trying to get the triple strike out. Activate dormant. And then he pauses and he says, can I see the U-Full card? I'm like, yes, you probably should see that card. He sees the bottom effect, activate main, which allows me to switch the target of my opponent's card to it, to the 8-drop, give it plus 10k boost. As I mentioned earlier, it does have revenge. So pretty much with this interaction, his secret rare is going to be out of the picture. And I do use both activate battles just to get a restand, just in case he has something else he wants to do or tries to take it out that way. It's not a threat next turn. And yeah, it's gone now. He does have one more attack if he wants to try to get a draw off or something. But with 3 cards in hand, 1 being an overrun, 1 being a Unison, he's kind of out of options here. I do use the negate blocker here because I don't want him to go into combos. And you see here, he's like, yeah, that's all in my hand. I'm like, cool. Just do the normal process. Then I'll swing with the 8-drop, go for game. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, that's it. Bye.